The Kabbalah or Kabbalah is the heart of all religions and secret societies. It is the worship of the Queen of Heaven, the Mother Goddess, who is the three-dimensional universe of black space in whose womb is 10 spheres or numbers of life, and they correspond to the human body. In witchcraft, it is the goddess who is worshipped. The god reincarnates within the goddess. She is the Mary, Queen of Heaven, the Catholics pray to with their 10-bead rosaries representing the 10 Sephiroth. To the Gnostics, she is Sophia, wisdom and truth. Eugnostos the Blessed called her the unbegotten, self-begetting begetress, and then mentioned 6 other incarnations of Sophia. To the Jews, she is Asherah. The Jews picked up Kabbalah during their captivity in Babylon. Kabbalah is the Babylon mystery religion. To the Muslims, she is the Kaaba of Allah, the three-sided, three-dimensional black stone of Saturn, which symbolizes the universe, and it is kissed. God is the God of the living, so she is of the dead. She is the queen of death and eternal death. So the idea of nirvana, or becoming a drop in the ocean, or going to Valhalla and remaining eternally dead, is also involved in her worship. In the tradition of Aleister Crowley, she is Nuit, or Isis from Egypt, and she is worshipped along with the joy of death and complete dissolution of the self. To the New Agers, she is the divine feminine, or the age of the feminine. And the so-called New Age is just another veil covering the naked whore of Babylon, who is to be uncovered and burned. Rather than the Great Spirit or Creator, the pagan definition of God is that of creation, the visible harmony, or 666. In Christianity, Christ was made into another sun god, like Baal or Apollos, Helios, Ra, or Lucifer, and the virgin birth doctrine was created to continue the pagan traditions of Rome and the oral traditions of Judaism. Jesus exposed these oral traditions of the Pharisees, but the Pharisee Paul created the new religion so that Jews would not regard or listen to Jesus and correct themselves, and Christians would be ripe to become paganized with things like Easter and Christmas, Sunday Sabbath, and incorrect afterlife teachings. The Jewish oral tradition, as well as the name Yahweh or YHVH, is intimately associated with the Kabbalah and represents Tetragrammaton, the 5-sided star. At the very least, this is idolatry, and at the most, it is outright Satanism. The true name of God, Ea Asher Ea, which was given to Moses, was rejected. The Jews went and served Baal or Balaam and inserted the fake name written in New Hebrew into Old Hebrew scrolls. In the Tarot, the lovers is 6, and the devil is 15, which adds up to 6. The 5 enslave the 2, which are 1. Man and woman become as gods. Thus you have the man of light and the woman of darkness being worshipped. And both are enslaved to astrology, that they should align the below to be like the above, and conduct their lives as if robots according to the will of the stars. Jehovah, YHVH, Tetragrammaton, Jabulon, which is like Babylon, and the Kabbalah are also the very core of Freemasonry, and a grading system for the Illuminati, which founded itself after the Jesuits. In the famous video game Final Fantasy VII, Jehovah, or rather Jenova, is an evil female entity who gives birth to the villain Sephiroth, and there are many clones of him throughout the game. Rome is a city on 7 hills that rules over the kings of the earth. She is Babylon the harlot. The head of all of this is the Catholic religion. The word Catholic means universal. The one world religion has been here all along. People just don't recognize it. It is beneficial to keep religions separate and warring with each other to reduce the population. But those who rule over us are Babylon, one and the same. It's just another Tower of Babel broken into many languages and creeds. In the east, the dragon is worshipped. In Kabbalah, the serpent is the lightning bolt flash between the 10 Sephiroth. God is considered the crown, Kether, just below the 3 veils of negative existence, which represent the triple goddess of witchcraft. All the religions and the rituals are vain. They leave out the worship of God and worship the universe and creation instead. The religion of all the ages, into the stars, and all the occult symbols are all represented in the complete tradition of the Kabbalah, the evil Jewish oral tradition.